And we continue to see the snowfall across the area, the heaviest of which out here across New Bedford. Let's take a closer look at what's going on out there in New Bedford. First of all, let's stop the loop and let's zoom into the whaling city. And you can see right in here, we've got some darker shades of blue out here on Route 6 and 195. Snowfall rates out here, half an inch to about an inch an hour or so. Let's go back out to the bigger picture and you can see what's going on across the rest of Rhode Island. Of course, we've still got this big area of dry air all the way up into Taunton and all the way back into Westerly. Probably still seeing a lot of blowing snow on the highway, and the roads are certainly a little on the slick side. Let's zoom in over into the northwestern corner of the state, right in here. We've still got this band of snow coming down pretty good on right between routes 44 and Route 6 through Gloucester and out into Foster, and even out into northeastern Connecticut between Thompson and Killingly. Snowfall rates out here about a half an inch to maybe about an inch an hour or so. This band has been pretty persistent out here, but it really hasn't made much progress on off to the south and east. But that's because we've got this layer of dry air out here across, say, again, from Taunton all the way down into the westerly area. We're going to continue to see this snow fall for another several hours or so. It's slowly kind of losing its punch, but you know, we could still pick up some more accumulations. Let's get a tour of the cameras across the area. Live pictures from downtown Providence. We're looking westward here. Great visibility. You saw for yourself. There's nothing out there on the radar anywhere between Johnston, North Providence, even into the west end of Providence. It's fairly quiet in terms of snowfall. Even in Warwick now, we had, there's some good blowing snow. There's a classic example of it, especially the drier, fluffy snow gets picked up and carried around and can briefly create some really poor driving conditions on area roadways. And of course, it can cover any plowed roads back over with snow. So there could be some slick spots through the night. One last stop down here in Narragansett, right down there, Narragansett Town Beach. And we have some waves crashing there. You can see the roads are still looking pretty sloppy, but the road crew's doing a good job down there in Narragansett. Certainly the roads are possible. Got some updated snowfall reports. Westerly still in the lead at 15.5. I'm willing to bet Block Island gets more than 15 inches before it's done. Warwick 8.5, Cumberland 7, Providence about 7.5. Attleboro has picked up 6.5 inches of snow. Other reports, New Bedford has picked up about 7 inches of snow. How much more are we expecting, Michelle?
Well, TJ, this is pretty much the map version of those snowfall totals that you were showing town by town. So if we break it down, we're thinking at most a couple of inches of additional snowfall for those areas that are still seeing those bands of snow moving through. And it was a pretty wide range across our area with 5 to 10 inches, pretty much up and down Narragansett Bay, north into Woonsocket and Burrillville. But 10 to 15 inches of snow fell from roughly Coventry down through a good part of South County. And we're expecting to see similar amounts New Bedford to Cape Cod and the island. So some of those communities coming in now with more than a foot of snow. And we again are not only just seeing those additional mostly lighter snow bands falling across Rhode Island, but take a look at some of the latest wind gusts. Still a 40-mile-an-hour gust Providence, 35-mile-an-hour gust Smithfield and Westerly, and a 30-mile-an-hour gust in New Bedford. And that is our storm system sitting southeast of Nantucket right now and going to continue to move to the north and east. Back edge of that snowfall really starting to weaken as the drier air wraps around this storm. And one of the things that we're going to see happen here over the next few hours of the night is that those back edge of that snow will eventually start to push its way eastward, and that's what our Futurecast is showing here at midnight. And this is a little bit fast, but one thing I like about this is that it does show the bands of snow continuing late into the night here for areas from New Bedford eastward. So you're going to be much slower to wind down than what we're envisioning across Rhode Island. So by tomorrow morning at 7, as the sun comes up, the clouds will be clearing out, the snow will be over with, and we'll have a pretty nice day ahead of us on Sunday. So tonight, Some additional bands of snow, they'll come to an end through the night, but blowing and drifting snow will continue. Late night lows falling to about 20 and those wind chills in the single digits at times. The winds are still gusty in the morning tomorrow, but they do turn lighter as the day goes on. So this is Sunday afternoon. Temperatures up into the middle 30s with that breezy start and partly cloudy skies. 7-day Futurecast. We're going to do some melting this week. 38 for your high on Monday, into the 40s on Tuesday. And you can see a little bit of precipitation. Not overly concerned about this. Looking like possibly a few rain showers with the way it's looking right now late in the day. It is going to be much milder as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday, but it will cool down later in the week. Pretty quiet weather for the work week ahead, and tomorrow will be a great day to